Good morning to everyone. In this lecture EC8551 microprocessor and microcontroller. In the previous session you have studied introduction of microprocessor. Now in this section we are going to discuss the 8085, that is a 8085 microprocessor pin diagram and architectures. Now the first slide, pin configuration of 8085. The signal of 8085 can be classified into 7 groups according to their functions. What are the 7 groups? Number 1, power supply and frequency signal. Number 2, data buses and address buses. Number 3, control buses. Number 4, interrupt signal. Number 5, serial in-out signals. Number 6, DMA, data memory access. Number 7, reset signals. This is a major important signals of 8085 microprocessor. The power supply and frequency signal. The power supply unit is a VCC, that is a 40 pin in our pin diagram. In this pin configurations is one of the 40 pin IC. The power supply VCC required 5 volt power supply and VSS is a ground reference. And the X1 and X2, that is a pin number 1 and 2, a tuned circuit like a LC, RC or crystal is connected at these 2 points. The internal clock generator divide oscillator frequency by 2. Therefore, to operate a system at 3 MHz, the crystal of tuned circuit have a frequency of 6 MHz. Is it clear? Now the clock out. This signal is used as a system clock for other devices. Its frequency is half of the oscillator frequency. Now the data buses and address buses in the AD0 to AD7. These are the address bus and data buses. In our 8085 microprocessor, the 8-bit data buses, that is a D0 to D7, is multiplexed with the lower half of A0 to A7 of the 16-bit address bus. Okay, so therefore the data buses is a 8-bit data buses and the address buses is a 16-bit address buses in our 8085 microprocessor. During the first part of the machine cycle, the lower 8-bit of memory address or input and output address appear on the bus. During the remaining part of the machine cycle, the lines are used as a bidirectional data buses. Now, the A8 to A15, the upper half of a 16-bit address appear on the address line A8 to A15. These lines are exclusively used for most significant 8-bit of the 16-bit address lines. So these are the data and address buses of 8085 processor. And the control and status signal, the first one is a ALE, that is a address latch enable. We know that AD0 to AD7 lines are multiplexed and the lower half of the address A0 to A7 is available only during the T1 of the machine cycle. This lower half of address is also necessary during the T2 and T3, that is a remaining cycles, machine cycles, to access the specific location in our memory or input output port. This means that is the lower half of an address must be latched in T1 of the machine cycle, so that is available throughout the machine cycle. The latch of lower half of an address bus is done by using the external latch and address latch enable signal from 8085. And the read and write, that is a pin number read is a 32 pin and write is a 31 pin. A low of read indicates that the data must be read from the selected memory locations or input and output port locations via data buses. Similarly, a low on read indicates that the data must be written into the selected memory locations or input output locations via data buses. And the input and output memory, so that is a 34th pin, and the S0 and S1 is a status signals. For input and output memory indicates whether the input and output operations or memory operations is being carried out. The S1 and S0 indicate the type of memory machine cycle is in progress. And finally the ready signal, it is used by the microprocessor to sense whether the peripheral is ready or not for data transfer. If not, the processor wait. It is that used synchronized slower peripheral to the microprocessor. Clear? Now we are going to interrupt signals. In the 8085 has a 5 interrupt hardware interrupt signals, that is reset 5.5, reset 6.5, reset 7.5 and trap and interrupt request. The microprocessor recognizes the interrupt request on these lines at the end of the current instruction execution. The interrupt acknowledgement signals is used to indicate that the processor has acknowledged an interrupt. And the serial and the input and output signal. The serial in-out signals can be divided into two categories. Number one, serial input data and serial output data. This input signal is used to accept serial data bit by bit from the external device. The serial output data, this is an output signal from which enable the transmission of data, so that is a serial data bit by bit to the external device. And the DMA signal. This DMA signal can be divided into two types, hold and hold acknowledgement. In hold, the signal indicates that another master is requested for the use of address bus, data bus and control buses. In the hold acknowledgement, it achieve high signals is used to acknowledgement the hold request. And the important one thing, the reset signal. The reset in and the reset out can be divided into two categories. In the reset in, a low on this pin. Number one, set the program counter to 0 and clear the interrupt flag. Reset the interrupt enable and hold acknowledgement flip-flop. Tri-state the data buffer, address buffer and control buses. Affect the content of processor internal register randomly. And the reset out signal, it active high signals indicated the processor is being reset. This signal is synchronized to the processor clock and it can be used to reset the other device connected in the system. In this session, we have to study the complete pin configuration of 8085 microprocessor. In the next session, we are going to discuss the internal architecture of 8085 microprocessor. Thank you for watching this video.